Today we're just kind of doing this boss that I was stuck on and, trying to have fun with it. um, Not much else to say there really. Welcome to stream if you look at the VOD or whatever, right? But yeah, we continue. Wrong part. Man, let me pull up my own stream on Twitch for a real quick second. Twitch.tv/Duilan. There we go. And there. Wrong part to start on. Here we go. This is a totally fair and balanced boss fight, you know? Nothing too difficult about it. I have decent health. Good, good, good. And we have the boss fight coming up right here. This is gonna be a bit perilous, but what can you do about it? Yeah. Let me... There we go. I think it's about to load. Shoot. Man. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Yeah, no, that thing is kind of punishing. Wait, can I block it? I don't believe I can block it. I can only dodge. This seems doable, more or less. I reacted too slow there. Last is unblockable. Got it, got it. Okay, so I need to time it like just right. Man, pain. Man, okay, that seems like an effective strategy. I just need to be able to dodge a bit better. If I dodge too early, it still auto-targets me. Nope, that's instant. There's no way to react to that. Okay, then. Man, okay. This does not seem good. I'm gonna probably be stuck here for a while, to be honest, because I need to have, like, frame-perfect dodges, or else, I won't be able to do it. Man. Wait, what if I swap up my skill set a bit? Because this slow, like, what is it? Yeah. The slow and steady, approach that I'm doing is not gonna work against this guy. This guy is way too fast for me. There you go. Ah. Ah. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Maybe if I use my healing items more sparingly, right? But I don't have the raw damage potential, even if I'm getting higher damage, you know, all that other stuff. System. Constellations. Velu, okay. After flame surge attack and knock down enemies. Okay. Okay, we're all gonna go this one main branch right here and hope that this works. This loadout seems to have a bit more potential for raw damage potential, right? But the problem is I'm not sure the raw damage itself will make up for all the things I'm lacking. Okay, yeah, this seems to have a bit more potential, to be honest. So does she have some kind of weakness that I don't know about? Judging from the branch, she's probably, you know, more of a fire weakness character, but I don't have any fire damage on me, you know? That was my 2 skill. I was clicking the wrong button. Pain. Also, did someone join my stream? Never mind. Jesuf. I suffer. Back. There. I feel like I might be missing something. Oh, there's this bell right here. Okay, so probably not that bell since I can't activate it inside of combat. But maybe? Wait, there's fire over here. Can't touch that. So there doesn't seem to be anything I can interact with other than that bell right there. And even then, you know, it's a bit hard to do. would 100% inspect it if I could. I shall continue to try to do so. Oh, welcome to the stream. Who is it? Let me check. Welcome to the stream, Hunky Bear. I'm playing Gujian 3 right now, and dying to this boss because I do like 1 damage total, you know? It's a bit of a hard boss, to say the least. 2 shots me, I have no healing items I can... Well, I do have healing items I can use. But none that are effective enough that, you know, that I can consistently use them. Man. This boss do be kinda tough though, if I have to be perfectly honest. Unreadable? No pain. Even with a shield break, I still don't do enough damage to her because I only do around 2 damage each attack. So this boss is quite a difficult one, to be honest. I wonder if she has like a skill she's very weak to. Man, Plant Lady do be kinda strong though. I'm not too sure how to get past her. Okay then. I think we can do this. I think this is possible. Her shield break is down, right? And that means that I can keep kind of doing this, right? And then Eagle Hunt. Okay, nope, that does not work. Mechanical skill is something I have yet to learn. So I don't have enough damage there, right? Possible to whittle down her health, it seems. I just need to keep using skills, you know? So the only things that do valid damage are the skills which use magic, I guess? So she's weak to magic, but perfectly impervious to, you know, normal damage, I guess. Yeah, for example, Eagle Hunt right here does negligible damage. Meanwhile, my other skills do a lot more damage, you know? So I need to load my game and see what is it about, you know, this, the skill that does so much damage. It might be the lifesteal itself that does the damage, you know? Not here, okay, here we go. The lifesteal itself might be the one which causes the damage itself. I'm not too sure. Might have to test. Okay. Issue forward to normal attacks. Flame Surge has lifesteal. Metal damage might actually be the way to go here, now that I think about it. Let's test this out. Okay, Assassinate. I'm gonna test this out. We might have to go the metal damage route, you know? Okay, so now we're down this route, right? We have this thing, we have Flame Surge. We have, this one. And we do not get there. Okay. Okay. I feel good about this. Let's hope that the metal damage is what it actually cares about, you know? Because the metal damage might actually be a good way to go around this, because I do know the damage otherwise. Either 2, you know, 2, 1, or 3 damage. And that's like nothing, you know? Okay, that actually does a boatload of damage. Okay. I see the way now. Nope, Shadow form is not the way to go. Shadow does not do enough damage. And hey, Ray, welcome to the stream. This boss I do like no damage to, so like, you know, it's kinda hell. Because my normal attacks do like 1 damage, right? Yeah. My normal attacks only do 218 damage, and that's like, you know, how much my normal attacks do anyways. And this boss has like a boatload of health, and my normal attacks do no damage. Man, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. I actually do more damage without using my ult than I do with my ult, which is kind of weird. yeah, so now I just keep spamming that attack over and over until I get it. Okay. So we return. This boss is kind of perilous, as you can tell, Ray. She's very strong. Yep. Man. I need to max out my metal damage. Okay, let's go back to title and see if I can do anything. Okay, someone texted me. So Ray, from what I can tell with this thing, it's very dangerous, you know? Because like all like the bosses here do a lot of damage. Also, have I really been already streaming for 20 minutes? I feel like I've just died a lot, you know? So I need a build that does any damage other than what I normally do, you know? Okay. Okay, let's see. Is there any items that can do damage other than what I require? Crossroads does good damage. Assassinate, Crossroads. This seems like the AoE path, you know? Yeah, I don't need any of that path right there. Okay, no, that won't help really. Eagle Hunt doesn't help. Shadow, that does help. Do this. Shield break here. Oh, hey Desu, welcome to the stream. I'm playing Gujian 3 right now, and I'm fighting a very difficult boss. So I'm kind of just, you know, what is it? Trying to see what I can really do right now to beat it by, like, you know, optimizing my skills and all that stuff. Welcome to the stream. You know, we're kind of dying constantly, you know? But that's kind of how this game do be sometimes. Think of like Dark Souls. Have you ever seen Dark Souls? It's very much like Dark Souls. You'll understand in like a quick second once I actually, you know, get on with this and, you know, not die completely. I'm just making sure all my equipment and everything is like, you know, optimally, you know, optimized. Burn resist. Okay, this one's better for that one. I don't have any items for this slot. Okay. And do I have any items I can use to heal my stamina recovery +3, fire resist +3, attack +5? I don't really need any of this stuff right now. um... Yeah, I don't need anything here. Okay. Yeah, this is literally Dark Souls, but kinda worse. Not worse as in, like, you know, bad game, but, like, more difficult gameplay, you know? Because the bosses here two-shot me, and it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. um, Thank you for joining in. If you scroll down on your page, right, you can actually edit the character that is yours on, like, the screen, right? As well as do a bunch of other actions. Man. Okay, I actually do damage to her now, which is kinda impressive. She two-shots me, by the way, so, you know, not exactly opportune. Yeah, no, she does a lot of damage. I'm actually doing more damage now than I was doing before, for some reason. Before I was glitching out and only doing 1 damage per hit. This is a sizable improvement. You can kind of think of this as, you know, the plot is kind of like Devil May Cry. The gameplay itself is like Dark Souls, but, you know, a bit more anime, I guess. Fair enough, fair enough. Just don't get hit, you know? Just, oh. Man. That combo is painful. Yeah. Touch. Okay then. That attack is literally unreadable unless you know how to like tell the cues, and like the cues are like minute, you know. Yes, I am spamming recovery items as fast as I can. Man, I really did just use my ult and then die. As you can tell, Desu, this is not a game for the faint of heart. There's a lot of death involved. And by that, I mean my own death. since you're on the stream, if you want to ask about like, you know, your motherboard or whatever, like you're saying in the DMs, just kind of pop into chat and I'll see what I can do, you know? I'll be playing the game the entire time, but like, if that's, you know, enough for you, I shall try. Okay. I don't know too much about like motherboards other than, you know, the very, very basics. You looking for a new one or like? Got it. Unblockable pain. Got it. Yeah, so in general, the things you want to look for like a motherboard, right, is that you want like it to be compatible with like the CPU you're getting, as well as, you know, having all the slots that you need. You don't really need all like the whistles, like, you know, the blown whistles, like, you know, like all the slots and everything. You only need like enough RAM slots for your purpose, right? Because a lot of people will buy like, you know, slots unnecessarily. Because sometimes, right, one of the problems with that, right, is a lot of people look for like, hey, you have 4 like slots for like, you know, RAM or whatever. Meanwhile, you only really need 2 and higher like quality RAM, you know, and that will save you a bit of money, as well as like, you know, a few other bells and whistles. For example, some, you know, motherboards or CPUs or whatever, they have features that you don't really need. For example, like, you know, compatibility with like some like ports and everything. You really only need enough ports for like, you know, the consumer grade stuff. I wouldn't skimp on your CPU and like your motherboard, however, but there are some areas where you don't really need it unless, you know, if you're really power gaming, I guess. Motherboards and CPUs, from what I can tell, go around like $400, $200, really, if you want to get like a brand new one. And I'll send you a few videos after, so that I can kind of help you around with that. Because there are like a lot of like consumer videos for like how to find your motherboard and like how to find all that stuff, right? And yeah. Another thing to note, right, is that like, you know, there's only a few like different case types, right? For example, there's like, you know, micro cases and all that. So you want to make sure that like the motherboard that you choose will fit inside the case that you have, as well as, you know, all the other like accessories that you may or may not have. Compatibility with like, you know, RAM and like DIMM slots and all that normally is listed, and there are a few PC builders you can find online which may be helpful to you. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is like, you know, honestly, if you're planning on like, you know, building your first one, what I actually suggest is, you know, just getting like a very cheap pre-built, right, and then just upgrading that over time. Since a lot of cheap pre-builds can be upgraded over time and all that. You don't need to have like the best computer either. You can start with something low and just upgrade it, like, you know, as you go. For example, you don't really need all 16 gigabits of RAM or like even 32, right? So what you can really do is you can start with like a lower amount of RAM. For example, 8 should fit for most necessities, but 16 is just nice to have, you know? Meanwhile, like, you know, you don't need the highest quality like GPU because that can be slotted in over time. Areas you don't really want to skimp out on are your power supply, because you don't really want to upgrade that, right? And if your power supply fails, your entire thing kind of dies, you know? At the same time, you're gonna have to like look at AMD versus, you know, Intel. And most people today like actually suggest, you know, using AMD over Intel. However, Intel is like, you know, quite reliable as well. Certain, you know, motherboards only support Intel, or other motherboards only support AMD. And in general, AMD is better for the price, and honestly, it doesn't make the worst CPUs in the world. So I would suggest look at AMD first. And yeah, if you have a Windows computer right now, and you don't want to buy like another copy of Windows, you can actually buy like the files for that, and then you transfer your account over. So that might save you like $100 to $200 right there. Yeah, if you don't have a computer right now, that's fair. But yeah, that's all the basic stuff really. Well, something I would really suggest though, right, is trying to, look up one of those sites. Ah, got it. Are you just like looking for which GPU or CPU you should have or whatever in your like motherboard? I'm not very good at finding a good CPU or GPU. The best I can really do is just search it up online. Ah, got it. Fair enough. Also, another thing you really should look out for is like what kind of use are you gonna use for your GPU and CPU, right? Like for example, you're playing like a computer, you can kind of skip. I mean, like if you're playing on only playing games, you might want to focus more of your money on your GPU versus your CPU, right? Meanwhile, if you're doing a bunch of processing stuff, that what is it? Trying to load images or whatever, you might want to focus a bit more on your CPU, right? If you're just playing on gaming on it and just doing basic tasks, you don't really need the highest quality CPU, right? But having a motherboard that you can upgrade your GPU on, your CPU on, and having all the slots would be pretty nice, Yeah. A lot of old motherboards, you can actually upgrade most of your stuff over time fairly easily, right? Because most motherboards, modern motherboards anyways, have all the slots you need. A good quality motherboard would be really nice though if you can afford it. I'm not sure what your price range is though, so I can't really help much with that, as well as not being too familiar with the prices myself. Yeah. There are a lot of things to consider while you're buying your motherboard, but you won't need to. Yeah, fair enough. Really, what you should do first of all, right, is just make sure all the parts that you have selected are compatible with your motherboard. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, take a bit to save up. Honestly, you can get a starter PC, build one for $400 around then, US at least. Not too sure how that converts to your money over there, but there, yeah. You honestly don't need to buy the best PC in the world, just, upgrade over time. But, to get, a fairly decent PC, if you can just, it might be a bit easier to just buy, a really cheap pre-built and then upgrade from there, But then your parts probably won't be the highest quality. That's fair. Shipping prices do be kind of expensive sometimes. Yeah, US prices and taxes and all that are kind of a pain in the ass to, calculate. But hopefully you'll find something that's within your price range and everything. A good, you know, a good motherboard, not motherboard, but you know, power supply is something you need to have though, because like, you know, that will help your upgradability and all that. Because the more parts you add, like the more like, you know, fans, the more GPUs and everything you add, the more power it takes. And you don't want an unreliable motherboard, I mean power supply. Because if your power supply is like, you know, unreliable, it might end up frying some of your pieces if there's like a storm surge or something. At least that's my layman's knowledge of this subject, you know? You'll probably have to research a lot of this stuff on your own, but I'm sure you can find something like that's within your range, like within what you need. What games are you planning on playing with it? Because a lot of like, you know, games have like minimum specs and everything to go with them. If you can look up the minimum specs for like the games that you're playing right now and like, you know, pay a bit higher than that, that's true. I'd say 500 is a fair, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. So most, like, you know, mainstream games are fairly optimized, so you probably won't need the best of the best, right? Like, you won't need like a 3080 or whatever. A 1050, which is like, you know, years old, it's gonna like treat you fairly well, you know? Even for like streaming and everything as well. NVIDIA is a good way to go for, you know, your graphics card. Although there might be a better thing for your price range and all that stuff, you know? There's a lot of considerations before you actually buy something. That's fair. Apex actually has the minimum specs on the Steam, I'm fairly sure, so you can kind of just check out what you really need for that. And then, you know, just upgrade your GPU and make sure you have enough RAM. As long as you have enough RAM and, you know, your GPU is up to spec, you should be able to play on low or, like, you know, a bit higher than low. Honestly, you don't need the best CPU in the world to play Apex from what I can tell, right? So it should, so you should like mainly focus on your GPU. Because most like games actually focus more on GPU than like CPU and all that. Oh yeah, if you have a dead PC, then you can totally use that to transpose some of your parts, you know? Do you know if your RAM and everything still works on that? Because that can save you a good, like, you know, $100. You can actually save a lot of money by using parts from your old PC. If you know what's dead, you can just kind of transport everything else and then just start upgrading from there. Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Upgrading to, you know, 8 gigabits is, you know, optimal. Nothing runs on 2 gigabits these days. I mean 4 gigabits, yeah, because I upgraded my sister's computer, right, and she only had 4 gigabits total, 2 1 gigabits and all that, right? And I mean 2 gigabits, right? And transferring to 8 really helps speed her computer up a lot. Getting more RAM is definitely something you really should try doing. The 2 gigabit RAMs are probably gonna kind of be useless to you, you know? The motherboard and the CPU are probably also a bit useless. Yeah. You might want to try seeing if you can possibly, reuse your current, your hard drive, right? Because that should save like a good amount of money as well. Reusing your hard drive will help a lot. Honestly, your computer is probably about as old as my old one, also known as the one I gave my sister. And the first thing that really helps, right, is just getting, more RAM, getting a better GPU so you can play games, and then maybe buying a SSD. Nice, nice. Then you might be... Wait, could your computer somewhat run, like, Apex, even if it was very laggy? Because then, you might be able to hold with that GPU for a while. The goal is just kind of like, reusing as many parts as you can until you can, like, upgrade those parts, Like, find which parts are broken, and then, just keep going on. By dead, do you mean like the power supply is dead or like something else is dead? Or do you not know which part is dead right now? Yeah, the hard drive is a part which I like reusing, right? But then you can use like a $50 SSD as a boot drive, and that will really boost the computer by a lot. Oh yeah, there's a few ways to troubleshoot that. If you click the power button, does like the screen turn on or anything, or is it like it just doesn't do anything? If you think it's the power supply, you totally should try replacing the power supply and seeing if it works. Then it's either your power supply or your hard drive. Then not your hard drive, but I mean your motherboard. If it does literally nothing, it's either your motherboard or your your power hard drive. Not power drive. Not power drive, but power supply. There we go. That's the thing. that's the term, It's kind of hard to focus right now while I'm like fighting a boss. But yes, it should be either one of those. Honestly, you should probably just try replacing your power supply right now. Yeah, it's either one. Try replacing your power supply right now, and if your computer starts working, right, then you really just need to start upgrading your RAM and everything, well, like step by step, and then eventually you can go to your motherboard and all that stuff. Because upgrading the motherboard and like the CPU honestly isn't like the first priority. The first priority should probably be upgrading your RAM and like then your GPU, so then you can play games, right? And yeah, at least that's from the way I think about it. If upgrading the power supply doesn't work, right, then the next thing you probably want to look into is upgrading your motherboard and your CPU. That's fair, that's fair. If that's one of the problems, you should probably also invest in like, a power strip as well. Because if you run your thing off of power strip, which like, surge protection and all that, that should actually like help protect your hardware a bit better, A power strip would probably have like saved your computer if you had one. Oh, good, good, good. Hopefully you're in a better place then. But still, get a power strip. A power strip will save you a lot of trouble. Honestly, I should probably move my computer to power strip too. Yeah, you don't need to save all $500, you just need to start, like, you know, upgrading your computer now with, like, you know, 50 at a time, I guess. Because it would be a waste to, like, you know, to fix your computer with, like, $50 and then, like, just, like, take, like, another month or two. Just upgrade it bit by bit right now, and then, like, you know, work towards that 50 eventually. Because even if most of your parts are fried, alright, you'll still be able to save, like, quite a bit of money, you know? Yeah. I'm not too sure what the best path would be, but my path would just be, you know, upgrading things one by one until you get something good. Using a pre-built to start off with is really nice. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah, using the old parts will save a lot of money. Honestly, you know, like, if you get $500 and then, like, you know, upgrade one by one, that's probably a way better path than, you know, than just using all that 500 for a brand new PC. That would save you a lot of money, and if you still get the same amount of money in the end, right, that's gonna be a lot more one day. Indeed, indeed. Because, like, even if, like, some of your parts are, like, you know, below spec, it doesn't matter too much as long as you're saving money and then you have enough to upgrade it later on, you know? Upgrading things one by one is a lifesaver. Because, like, you know, your case is probably not the worst thing in the world. Your power supply might be dead, and, like, if your hard drive, not hard drive, but if your hard drive still works, you can transplant that. You might be able to transplant your RAM at least for the first few months, you know, and then you just need to get a new power supply, and you basically have a working computer, and then you can upgrade from there, you know. Okay, so I'm doing 0 damage right now. This build does not work, as you can see. Pain. I need to find out what that one thing is that made my normal attacks actually do damage. But yeah, progression, like, you know, just upgrading from something is a lot better than upgrading from nothing, I guess. Or, yeah, building things from nothing. Hmm. No, I don't need that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what else to, like, say, really, because, like, I don't know too much about computers. I just know enough to, like, get by, you know? Surprisingly, I do not have all-seeing knowledge of the entire world, you know? I'd like to consider this good advice, but you should probably like watch a bunch of YouTube videos, like a bunch of reviews, and like find all that stuff. Because nothing will really help more than just knowing your parts and like knowing what to buy and like how best to spend your money, I guess. Oh man. So apparently one of my skills really makes me actually do damage against this boss. 500 gigabit hard drive is like nothing. But you might just get a SSD and then boot off the SSD and like all that stuff. Because 500 gigabits, like a hard drive really slows down your computer. Because like if you're booting off of that, your computer is gonna be like calling it like every other second. So a SSD, like even a 250 bit SSD to boot off of will like make everything faster. Indeed, indeed. Ah, man. I don't know what to do with my build right here. Yeah, that's true, that's true. You just need to be able to like boot up first, right? And then once you have like a working computer again, then you can start buying new parts, Because if it takes like, $100 to get your computer working again, and then you can like start like transplanting other things into it, right? You're gonna have things that work first, and then after that you can start getting things that work well, Man, this is a tanky ass enemy. Let me search this up. Nope. Okay, yep, nope, this boss is gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to search all this stuff on my own. Oh no, you can't level up in this area. This area you're not really allowed to grind because the only enemy you can fight is the boss, and you don't really have enough healing items to grind. So the only real path forwards, right? Yeah. This thing is all about skill, and I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. All the bosses so far actually have two-shot me. So, it's a hard game. There was a build that was working, but I forgot what that build was. It hurts. I need to focus on metal damage, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, no, this game's I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so that's why it's so dang hard, Yeah, yeah. Ryzen processors and AMD are a lot cheaper than Intel. That's what I would suggest too. Oh no, here we go. Let's save this build and see if it works. Oh, wait, let me try upgrading my items as well. This should be better, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, no, this is like the hardest difficulty in the game, so, you know, I'm kind of playing on like, you know, double difficulty or whatever. Well, 2 difficulty levels higher than the normal difficulty. Items real quick. Into here. Let me swap out my item list right here. Here. There we go. Yeah, yeah. That's true, that's true. Luckily, I live in an area where I'm privileged enough to, like, you know, have most things within, like, you know, Amazon, I guess. I hope, like, a lot of good parts are, like, available in your country, because I know, like, especially, like, you know, South America has a really hard time getting good parts. I've heard that South America has really bad part, like, you know, bad part list. Man. Let me experiment with this a bit more. Load game. Oh. You're in South America, right? At least I think you are. Yeah, pain. Sorry about that, man. Electronics are, like, you know, fairly expensive in America, but, like, probably nothing, like, you know, compared to where you are. Because, like, the amount of money, like, you know, most, like, you know, North Americans make is, like, a lot higher, I think, right? So, like, you know, even if they're the same price, it is less, you know, out of the general wage, I guess. Yo, welcome back, Ray. Welcome back. We're still struggling on this boss, and I'm trying to find out why I do no damage normally. Yeah, pain. Because my normal attacks, when I'm not getting, like, this one build right here... Oh. Yep, like, my normal build, like, does no damage. Like, legit none. Wait, I'm actually doing more damage now? Weird. Interesting. Okay, then. Yeah, but welcome back, Ray. And, picture? it's possible to beat this boss. I was not good enough at it. That's fair. Don't worry about it, Ray. Don't worry about it. Hopefully you're less busy soon, you know? I miss you, dude. And nope, it is not possible I am under-leveled because it is not possible to level within this area. Remember, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so this is just kind of what I signed up for, I guess. Where is it? Items. Yeah, maybe, but I don't have any ranged items, so I need to get in and out real fast. And that's a really hard thing to do, you know? Yeah, let me reconfigure my controls and everything. Okay, I don't have enough time to do any of those skills, so I need to just kind of play around with which skills I have access to and which I don't. The ideal is I maximize my normal attacks, I don't have to focus too much on the other aspects, right? But that's gonna be very hard to do. That's like... What? That's a lot of money, dude. What? Damn. Yeah, I'm sorry that things cost so much where you're at. That's a lot more, so you know, if even $500 is probably not gonna be enough then. Okay. Consolation. Yeah, that's true, that's true. And $500 is enough to buy a PC in like America, but like in some places it costs way more. Yeah. I prefer a PC though, because you can upgrade it and you don't need to buy it all the time. Let's try this build. Okay. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Like, you know, like if you look at like, you know, European or like, you know, American like tech, you know, stuff, it probably wouldn't work as well. Because your part selection is limited, you know? Indeed, indeed. I'm sure there are some parts that are like, you know, fairly cheap in your area, relatively. we go. Shoot. No, wait, is that a one shot? That is a one. I was doing so well too. Yeah, big rip there. Should I have a death counter? Maybe I should have a death counter. You guys want me to add a death counter? Maybe. Yeah, that's true. Ah, 1 second too early. There we go. Perfect dodge. Keep going. There. That was not good. There we go. Ah, shoot. There we go. No, we do not have Nightbot. Yeah, no. It's only the bot that, you know, is 99% ridden by me. Well, not 99%, but you know, the RPG bot or whatever. Ah, I scratched my nose for a second. It hurts. Let me just die. There we go. I was so close too. We're getting closer. So from 520 to... Yeah, but you already have a monitor, a keyboard, and casket, right? So there is some hope that you can get like a good PC under like, you know, $500 maybe. That's true, but he has like a, you know, old PC that he can kind of upgrade. It's kind of broken right now, so he doesn't know which part is like, you know, actually unusable, but yeah. Ah, okay. I mean, I normally consider, you know, reusing old parts for your PC upgrading. No, his entire PC is kind of, you know, dead, but there's like some parts that can be reused. Yeah. Because we were talking about like upgrading the parts that still work, right? And that's why I consider upgrading, like, you know, reusing like most of the old PC, but then like, you know, having some parts that like are unusable, not using those. He doesn't know. He thinks it's probably the, you know, he thinks it's probably the broken one that is like his back. Eat. Use. Yeah. I probably should focus a bit more on the fight, to be honest. Yeah. Ray, are you good with computers? Because I'm not the best with it, so like I'm not the best for giving advice. You would probably be a bit more qualified than I am, to be honest. Oh, okay. That's actually super cool, Ray. Nice. I think I took, you know, kind of a computer science course, but it was more, you know, basic than I would like. Run. Yeah. I think I'm close. Maybe. We're close. Kind of. Mess up here. We did it.
很好。
也就是说，我们可以走了？
保证
Nice, yeah.
性命。
唉，早说不用打来打去的。那你快跟我们讲一讲巫之国的事啊！你们当初见到巫族了吗？为什么不回族里？你在这里做什么？
We're gonna have to
我
fight
是
her
守
again, aren't
渊
we?
人，没有办法离开永生之皇和醉渊。
什么意思？
这里是巫之国醉渊的入口，我们会杀死从里面逃出来的人。
Yeah, phase 2 time.
就是刚刚上来的那个地方。好好的干嘛做这个？是巫祖让你做的？
这是贪心的惩罚。
Man.
80年前，当我们从醉渊里出来的时候，看见了那瓶不老药，我们以为这是巫祖的恩赐，但是这瓶药却不能被带离永生之皇。我们担心走出去后再也无法回头，内心深处 又有着对带族体质的恐惧，希望这药可以治愈一切。也有几位战士觉得这大概是巫族的考验，考验我们是不是足够虔诚。后来两边争吵了起来，他们愤怒地离开了。留下来的战士约定每个人都喝上一口药。
这药是真的？
也可以说是真的。服下以后，我们就和巫之国结成了某种契约，也得到了他们留在这里的一些意念。可是，再也无法离开了。
So
我
they're
们
just
确
stuck
实
there.
不会衰老，不知冷暖，身上的血不再流动。如果这样也算永
I
生，
swear this is gonna become phase 2.
至少
This is not
可以
looking
活
good.
很久很久吧。我们曾经试着互相杀死对方，但是都失败了。
那你们也不用吃东西吗？
吃，有时会去醉渊吸食活人的血肉，谁也不想这样。可一旦饿起来，根本管不住自己的身体，连神志都不清醒了。
醉渊哪里有活人？
只是认不出来。
Weird. Oh yeah, those things were.
你是说那些没有眼睛的？
巫之名都
Hey
不
B,
长命，
welcome to the stream.
只要不受重伤，恢复的也很快。他们有些人被放逐到下面，甚
We
至还
just
能留
beat the
下后
boss
代。
finally after like an hour.
在那么昏暗的地方，慢慢的，眼睛也就变没了。
这巫之国的人到底……
巫之民从生下来就有很强的灵力，据说是来自天上星辰的赐予。他们对罪人的惩罚非常重，罪人会沦为人生，鲜血里的
Oh, shoot,
灵力
more
被
people
通
joined?
通成
Oh, welcome to the stream, Venom Oki.
很多，
这实在是……
因为太过痛苦，有的人不愿意做人生，就会被放逐到罪渊。
你们这样也算是人生吗？你背后的
毕竟我们没有巫之血。不过，不管是人生还是永生，都只是他们给予罪人的刑罚罢了。你们走吧。从罪渊是不可能回到岱族的，你们只能去外面。
外面是什么样子？
这些年来，没有人从那边到过这里。永生之皇好像被遗忘了一样。
This
从
is
罪
getting
渊里
interesting.
爬出来的倒是有一个，可他已经连话都不会说了。我没办法告诉你们真正的巫之民和巫之国是什么样的，但出去以后，一定也是凶险重重。保重。
Oh, that's ominous. Well, hopefully, I'm sure we'll be fine.
我们岱族长久以来信奉的究竟是什么？
Interesting. Oh, achievement unlocked. Let's go. Drink it. Nice. Maybe. You cannot use search at the moment? Okay. What is this place? Welcome to outside world, everyone. It looks pretty, I think.
这里就是巫之国吗？
We cannot enter again. Good riddance, I say.
怎么进不去了？
我们走，应该是没办法再回头了。
By the way, that's a dude. Just to make sure everyone knows. Find the exit of the dream. So we continue our journey, everyone. This place is fairly pretty. I cannot use search, however. Oh, you remember the guy who was writing and like did all that poetry stuff inside of the first stream? No, that's the same person. He just turned into another form. He's a girl now. Should I go back and show you the cutscene where we met him? You remember the stealth part of the game, right? Cause okay, fair enough. But it's a guy who, like, you know, is stuck in one dream, right? But we kind of went into the memory, like, you know, someone else. And so my character and, like, you know, and his character kind of reincarnated, or I guess fell into this dream, which is like part of the past, I guess. So now we're trying to find a way to escape this period of time and, like, you know, go back to the present or something like that. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. The form he's currently taking is, like, you know, a form of, like, you know, one of the characters in the past or whatever in the memory. However, my character, you know, kind of just broke free from that, is now, like, entirely free of, like, you know, the dream state, I guess. I don't know how it works either.
路过了都没遇上人，乌之国的人有这么少吗？
I need more resources, you know? I don't have enough potions on me. Nope. I think I have to go real soon, so I'm gonna probably end the stream right here. Sorry I had to end the stream so early, everyone. Goodbye. My father called to, like, you know, cut my hair and all that. So I'll be back, you know, eventually. See ya!